Going on, everybody? It's Key Time coming back with another one to talk about both game fives from last night between the Boston Celtics and the LA Clippers and Dallas Mavericks. Now, with both of these games, they were both blowouts, so we already know how. Well, I'm going to tell you how the game started out. The game started out with, well, the first game between the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics started out as just a tug of war. They were just trading baskets. And then after that, the threes started going in for the Boston Celtics. And with the Boston Celtics, they were 16 of 40 from the 3-point line. That's 40%. And the Miami Heat, they were 3 of 29 from the 3-point line for only 10%. So most of their threes came in the first quarter. They had a lead. The Celtics led by as many as 37 in this game. So this game was over before halftime. At halftime, they were leading by 22 points. And so I was just looking at the whole criteria of the game, and I was saying, if the Celtics can keep playing like this, they'll be able to win the championship. But when it comes to those those games where they have those slip ups, they had a slip up in this series. I predicted that it would go 7 games, but when I seen after the first two, I said that this game would be a sweep. If they can't rely on the threes too much. If the threes aren't going in, you need to go down low and try and score within the paint. Try and score within the paint if the threes are not going in. And then as you go into the paint area, you will draw double teams and maybe even triple teams, and then pass it out to your teammates. And if they are able to make a couple threes, good. But as far as the Boston Celtics, they need to stop depending on threes to win them games and stop depending on their talent to win them games. When it comes to, as you get deeper and deeper into the playoffs, you are going to have to grind these series out. Some of these series may go 7 games. The next series that they play, either against the Cleveland Cavaliers or Orlando Magic, may go 6 or 7 games. Who knows? And then it may be a sweep from the Celtics. But who knows? That's all I got to say for the Boston Celtics. From the Miami Heat standpoint of things, the Miami Heat, they got to get better. They have got to get more scores, more legitimate scores outside of just Jimmy Butler. Now, Tyler Hero, he's had some up and down games. One game he can give you 30, the next he can give you 12, and then after that, it's up and down. He is not consistent enough to be that second best player on a team. Plus, you already, for the Miami Heat, they already have 3 big guys on their team. Now you just need players to go and get buckets. You need bucket getters, somebody that can create their own shot and don't have to wait on somebody to create a play for them, whether it's a pick and roll, jab, screen, or a switch, a cross-court switch to make a shot. So that's all I'm going to say for the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics series. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics for advancing to the second round. They await the winner of the Orlando Magic or the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, Boston, they beat both of those teams in the regular season 2 games out of 3, and they have the upper hand on both of them. So whoever plays the Celtics, it's gonna be an intriguing series, but the Celtics will win in the end. So that's all I got to say about the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics series. Now, on to the next series, the Dallas Mavericks and the LA Clippers, excuse me. Now this game right here, I seen this game at first, the first 5 minutes of the game, I saw the Mavericks come out with a different level of intensity, and I said that this is not going to be an easy game for the LA Clippers, and it certainly wasn't. Now you see for the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, he had 35 points. He really had a breakout game. Kyrie Irving had 14, but let's not take away from Kyrie Irving's assist. He had one assist, but he had so much attention on him. He was getting his other teammates open shots. Now that is one thing that I was talking about after game 2 and 3, that when Kyrie Irving have the ball, he is so ball dominant, he'll draw double teams to him and he'll create open shots for his other teammates. And that is exactly what he did. Now, Derrick Jones for the Dallas Mavericks had 12 points. Outside of that, Derek Levy II had 12 points. Maxi Caliber had 15 points. So, with the Dallas Mavericks, they are in the driver's seat, and they have Game 6 back in Dallas on Friday night. So, can Dallas win? If Dallas win, now we already know they have the driver in the seat. They are in the driver's seat, excuse me, for winning this series. I think that they do it. They came into LA last night and won a decisive. This was a blowout, because at halftime they were up by 22 to be exact. They were up by 22 at halftime, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, I thought that James Harden was supposed to be back. I thought the Beard was supposed to be back. And Paul George, playoff P, I thought that this was going to be another breakout game for them. But you see exactly what they did, and they failed to rise up to the challenge. James Harden had 7 points in 33 minutes. Paul George had 15 points in 33 minutes. My goodness. Outside of that, Ivic Zubac had 15 points. Norman Powell had 14. Nashad Highland had 11. Now, outside of all of that, the two guys that's supposed to be leading the Clippers failed to do so last night, and they may get knocked out of the first round. All depends on what happens tomorrow night in Dallas. Now, as far as for the Clippers, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Over the years, the last 10 or 12 years, they've been in the playoffs and have failed to make it to the Western Conference Finals, because Clippers have never been to the Western Conference Finals ever in their history. And the Clippers, they have been around for over 45 years. They've never been to the Western Conference Finals. They've gotten past, they've never gotten past the second round. So, as far as the Clippers concerned, I believe that this team, I believe it's another underachieving team, just like all of those teams from past years, from 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and up until now. All of those teams have underachieved as far as the players that were on the Clippers from 2015 up until now. All of those teams have underachieved, and this team is about to underachieve again, because I think that Dallas, they are not going to let this series go back to LA for a decisive Game 7. So, the Clippers, I believe that was y'all last home game of the season last night. It's not looking good for the Clippers. Plus, the Clippers, they will not be playing in LA come the start of next season. In the fall, they will be playing in Inglewood, California, in their new dome, in their new arena called the Intuit Dome. So, this is going to be a bye-bye LA, hello Inglewood, California for the LA Clippers. So with that, those are my reactions from both game fives last night. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so that you will get notified of all of my reaction videos, content, and etc. And the last thing that I always say, remember, the key is always on time.